Well, it's
It's
been
been
a
a while,
long
but
while.
you've been very busy.
I have been very, very busy.
How,
What
how
have
is
you
it?
been?
How is the college coming?
Yes, I'm doing very, very well. Thank you, Billy. Very, very
Good,
well.
good,
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
good, good. So we just thought I'd drop in and just let everyone know we are still here. We are still
Yeah,
alive,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
that we are. Yeah, we're still here. We're still kicking.
We are still kicking.
So what's been happening? Has anything been happening? What's been going on?
What's been going on? It's just been busy, really busy, and I've had a lot to do. But yeah, it's just it for me. That what's going on with you? Anything?
No, it's just the same old stuff. Really, work, kids, work, more
Mm,
kids. Not, I haven't got more kids, but like
no. Yeah.
more like kids and kids and kids.
Mm.
And that's about it, really. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot to keep you entertained.
Oh yeah, I know. So
There's a
much.
lot going on.
What's piquing your interest
Well, there was
mostly?
a massive one the other day. When I was a kid, I used to love WWF or
Yeah,
WWE as it's called
I
now.
remember. I remember
And
Mum buying you those silly little doll things.
oh, they were amazing. I loved them. But the man that started it has just been someone's just come out and said to him about is the sexual assault and human trafficking.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah, I did. I read
And
that.
like it is like I've read the whole court documents, the
Mm,
transcript, like the allegation,
mm,
and it is
bad.
it is out of this world. The man is a psychopath,
Mm,
an absolute
mm,
like needs locking up, like in a
mm,
mental home.
yeah. It's just scary, isn't it? How many people these things are revealed about them, really, and it's just so disappointing.
Ah,
You think, oh no, I mean, like
unbelievable.
you with that man, you look up to these people as a child, you sort of grow up with them and
Oh yeah, big time.
yeah. And then you find this out about them, well, and you think, firstly, how terrible those poor kids, or whoever it was, what they must have gone through. But what disappointment it is, and it sort of chips away at your childhood, I think. So
Oh,
it's just really
without a doubt.
disappointing.
It's,
Mm,
it's one young lady. It's one young lady at the moment, but she was in a terrible position before this happened, and
mm,
he just blatantly took advantage of her.
mm, yeah.
Someone asked him as a favour to give this girl a job. She just lost her parents,
Mm, mm,
so he gave her a job, and then obviously,
mm,
if you want more money, if you want this job, you've got to do this or quid pro quo.
mm. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
she was in a bad place, and
Yeah, so
but
she felt like she was cornered.
but it's not just like you. I know it sounds a bad thing to say, but it's not just your run of the mill like
It's
like
quite depraved.
unbelievable. With
Mm,
uh, we're talking
mm,
excrement
oh
and
God.
just it's just absolutely
Mm,
disgusting.
mm,
And now there's other wrestlers involved now that are big time, big household names.
mm. Well, I mean, there's all company, but it was strange when it came out, who had visited Epstein's Island.
Yeah, that's been
Epstein's Island.
fascinating me as well lately. The names and all that's been fascinating me.
It's crazy, isn't it? You
Richard
know,
Branson.
I know.
I mean, you can say all these names because they're out in the public.
Yeah, they are. They are in the public.
So like,
That's right.
but things
Mm,
like and then you've got the good old war to fall back on
mm,
when you get bored of that. I mean,
mm.
there was the one thing I've been following closely was the post office scandal. That amazes me.
Oh, that's crazy. Those
And
poor people.
I wasn't aware that it was going on that long. I thought this was some when it came out. I thought it was something that happened in recent time, like
Mm,
the last couple of years. But it's been
mm.
going on 20 years.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, people have died, haven't they? Sadly, never
People,
being exonerated, of the crime. It's so tragic. It's tragic. It's definitely a massive miscarriage of justice, isn't it? You frozen, Bill. Yep, you're gone. Alexa, turn on my bedroom light 100%. You've proper frozen.
Right.
So, yeah, something's going wrong on your end, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's just died. The computer, everything.
The computer and everything.
Yeah, it's died. Just froze. Everything frozen.
For God's sake.
Everything frozen.
What computer is it?
Just a laptop.
Is it the one that is it the one I got for Mum one Christmas?
Yeah. It's the only one we've got.
It's the one you got, okay.
Yeah. But you know what I think I need to do is I think it needs cleaning up.
Yeah, well, that'll have to be something. I mean, Paul could do that when we come down.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Maybe Paul can have a look at it because there's so much.
I think the thing is, who uses it?
Well, nobody really, to be fair. I mean, what we do, like, the only person who uses it the most is me when we're doing this.
Yeah.
And like, if Mum needs to look something up, we need to print something off or
and
things like that. But it doesn't get switched on that often. I think there's probably updates it needs and all sorts.
Yeah. I think that you need to, if he can sort it out, is just keep this one aside and just make sure the kids aren't using it or anything.
The kids have got another one. They use an old one.
Yeah, sorry. People are popping up saying, hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to promote your site. They're cheeky fuckers, aren't they? They're all out to make money.
I get them all the time. What, for YouTube?
No, on this thing that you set up, Restream.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I get it all the time. We get loads of messages. I get like, but it's all like that junk. It's all like dodgy stuff. It's never anyone.
Yeah. It's not worth doing.
Never anyone with good intentions.
No.
Yeah, so I think there's a whole lot of update. I mean, it like needs updating. I'm not sure where to start with it.
Yeah, well, we have to try and get down and do it.
We've got 5 minutes out of it.
Yeah, well, there you are. You're back.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa, look at that. That was weird.
Wasn't it?
That was weird.
What happened?
No idea. But everything went off, and it just. I think it's because we started talking about that Jeffrey Epstein thing. I think that the government stepped in.
Really?
And froze us off. No, of course I don't. You plonker.
I don't know.
But we're still recording. That was weird. That just came back on. But yeah. So anyway, we were talking about that thing there, but there's loads of stuff going on, loads and loads of stuff. But I want to delve into some proper topics this year.
Yeah, we should. That's what I said. I think what we should do is decide, have a list of things we want to cover and do it properly, and if people have got questions to ask or anything, let's do it. Let's talk about it.
I want to delve into some proper ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like deeply. Do a deep dive.
Yeah, but not just doing like, but then not just doing like a 25-minute thing, like going because I've been watching some. I mean, you can't do like 3 or 4 hours, but like a good hour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think Emma still wants to do it?
I think she does, but I think she's so busy, Claire.
Yeah, it's hard to do it down, isn't it?
She never gives herself a break.
No, that's right. She
never gives herself a break, and she's always got something going on. And I mean, because with Mickey's either doing this or Alfie's got a thing here and a thing there. Do you know what I mean? And it's like she's just sort of like as and when, isn't she?
She is. It'd be nice though. So maybe we should try and pin her down.
Yeah. How was Bethan's trip?
Oh yeah, she loved it. She didn't want to come home.
Oh really?
Yeah. She didn't want to come home.
Where is she now?
She's back in Wales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in Wales.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be
Go on.
interesting to get into this migrant thing as well. Where they're
What?
all going, the
But have
hotel
you know?
room.
Have you noticed how it's all gone a bit quiet? That
Well, yeah. I mean, there are still people talking about it, but you never get the negative parts, do you? In the mainstream ever,
no.
So it'd be interesting to have a look at that, find out
I
what's
mean, they were
happening.
talking about there was a massive debate the other day about the housing list. Like when you
Mm,
go on you go on the housing list,
mm.
and they're doing a new initiative called British Homes for British
Yeah, I saw
workers or
that.
British people or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And but when they explain it and what it
Mm,
is, and then you
mm,
get someone else come on from like the charity shelter or
mm,
something like that, it just
mm,
it just don't what they're proposing is just it won't work.
mm.
Do you know what I
What
mean?
are they
Because there's so many.
proposing?
Well, like it's like when people come into the country,
Mm-hmm.
they would go. Obviously, if someone's in dire need, then they would get seen to. But people that just come into the country would go to the back of the queue.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a fella on the radio the other day. He's 62. He's been on the housing list since he was 21.
Well, do you agree with that? People coming over go to the back of the
Well,
queue.
I think it should go case by case. I
Mm,
do. I mean, obviously there's got to be certain. There's a certain go up to a certain point where if it's an emergency,
mhm,
then by all means, but not. But it should be temporary. Not, and I know they all say it's all temporary, but
mm,
someone living in a flat for 15 years ain't temporary. That's you're permanent. You're in a flat.
yeah.
They're not going to turf you out on the street after you've been in there for
Mm,
15 years.
mm. I haven't looked at what they're proposing. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I don't have a problem with people coming over illegally or even legally going to the back of the queue for social housing. I don't have a problem in that because there are people who've been on the list for years, as you said, years and years and years and years. So why should somebody coming in illegally be able to take their place?
Yeah. Well, another thing that I was saying, I think that people like veterans and people that have come out the army should go to the top.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're living homeless on the streets. How
Yeah.
how is that? How is it right that you come over and on across the channel and you walk straight into a house?
But
How
they
how
don't understand. But that's what causes the tension.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with where they come from or what they look like. It's to do with the fact that you've just got here,
Mm.
and then everything's been given to you in a basket.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
right.
There's your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Go off and live it.
See, Billy, you're proving yourself to be more liberal than me because I do have a problem. I do have a problem with people coming from countries that are follow the word of Islam to the letter of it, and we do not appreciate our values, and I'm not saying that people can't come over here, and of course you keep your religion and you keep your your family makeup and stuff like that, but you can. I don't think we've done a very good job here at what's the word, when you're integrating people into our communities.
Yeah.
It's
But I
like,
think that's partly government fault as well. Where they've not done anything about it.
yeah, right, that's what I said. Oh, yeah, when I say our fault, I mean government, really. But other than that, I have an issue with that. That we're. I mean, I mean, I don't particularly want you to put. I don't know. I just have an issue with that. When you look at what's going on in London on a Saturday, well, all over the UK, and these things are. They're not. I don't know that I can agree that this is all
I
okay.
mean, what I have a massive problem with is people making their way halfway across the world,
Mhm.
going through a handful of safe designated countries
Mhm.
just to get to here
Mm. Because
because
we're a soft touch.
because it's seen as a soft touch.
Well, we are a soft touch, and it's. I'm not. Do I think the Rwanda plan is going to work? No, but I do think that at some point someone's going to have to put their foot down and go. You know what? We're gonna make it so that you can come across the channel, but you don't know where you're going to go. You could end up staying here, or you could end up on a plane going to Rwanda. I just think we've got to do something. We can't carry on like this. We can't.
I just think they need to be more strict. I mean, you look at someone like France, right? France don't give a shit. They're just like, yeah, come through England's that way.
Of course they do.
Right?
Of course
But
they
then they
do.
won't let them stay there. They're ruthless. They're just like, no, you ain't staying here. You either go that way or get on that or back that way.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
ain't like, do
yeah.
you know what I mean? And I don't mean
Mm,
I don't mean like you've got to literally like throw people out by the scruff of their neck. But
mm,
there's got to be a
mm.
process. And I know they're saying there is a process, but it takes too long.
It does take too long. I mean, there are people waiting to find out whether they can stay or not. They've been on that list for years and years and years. And by the way, those people they don't keep track of those people. They don't know
No,
where those people are.
no, it's
They're
called catch
milling
and
around
release.
they're milling around the UK somewhere. We don't know who they are or what they're doing. How is this okay? It's
But it's
not
like they say
okay.
in Italy,
Mm,
from the time you get there and you ask for asylum or you want to claim
mm,
citizenship or whatever, from the day you get there to the day you get your answer, they
mm,
reckon it takes 3 years.
mm.
Which in comparison to us is like it's lightning speed.
Yeah, sure.
In England, it can take anything up between 8 and 15 years.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I
I
mean,
don't.
but there's been a lot of some of them. I don't know. Sometimes you hear these tales come. I mean, look at the. I don't know. I can't think where I'm going with that now, so I'm not going to say it because I'm going to get it wrong. So I
But
won't say
it's
it.
like the whole that Bibby Stockholm thing. They got that barge,
Mm, mm,
spent all that money on it, and
mm,
there's no. I think it's only ever
mm,
had 3 people on it.
mm. And
And
yeah, they turn. I heard a program this morning. They were saying it was all like, oh, it'll be much cheaper to house them there and stuff like that. Apparently, all it is £20 a night less per migrant per night. That's all it is,
yeah,
and they've spent an absolute fortune. What they were saying was they should have not wasted any of that money, and they should have built proper centres, holding centres,
yeah.
in various places all over the UK. And that's where you went. You were treated well, humanely, you were looked after, but that's where you went, and that's where you waited. And maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know.
I just think this is. I mean, this obviously looking across the world as well.
Mm,
This is a world problem. This
of course
ain't
it is.
two
No,
individual countries. I mean,
no,
this is
no.
a worldwide issue.
It is,
And
yeah. I'm looking at
but
America. I mean, Christ, they're closing down schools. Did you see that school in New York? They
yeah,
shut the
yeah,
school down to let migrants sleep in there because they had nowhere to put them.
yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous. There's a massive, you're right, there's a massive shift all over the world of people moving around. And I don't
But
know.
the way I look at it is if we keep backing wars everywhere around,
Mm,
then it's displaced of people,
mm, mm,
and then
mm,
for some reason, because they see it as their responsibility then to take all these people
mm,
that have been based
mm,
because of the war, not necessarily that we've started, but we're we're pushing
mm,
them. Do you know what I
mm,
mean?
mm,
And then they
mm,
wonder, well,
mm.
where's these extra 4 million people come from? Well, they've got nowhere to
Yeah,
live now
that's
because
right.
they're out their
That's
country's a
right.
desert.
Mm, mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's never
Don't
going
know.
to get it
I
right.
think at the moment, most of a lot of migrations, well, a lot of it's legal. People are applying for visas, work visas, study visas, whatever, and they're allowed to bring their whole families, and not just their immediate families, but their whole extended families as well. That comes with them, which is
Well,
crazy.
they're stopping that from next year now.
Well, so they say.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I
do you
mean,
know
it's
what
meant.
scares me is that it does scare me that Labour are more than likely going to get in this time. It worries me.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if things are bad now, I think they're going to get a lot worse with Labour involved.
I just don't think that Keir Starmer's got a backbone.
But he hasn't got backbone,
It goes back on everything that he says.
Yeah, he does.
I
He
mean,
does.
he's been
Mm,
caught out when he said of Israel and that, and then he said, "No, I didn't say that." And then they played it to him on the radio, and it's exactly what he said.
yeah. And
Like,
what did he say?
well,
What did he
when it all
say?
kicked off, Nick Ferrari said to him, "Do you think that it's right? Do you think that Israel has the right to withhold food and stuff like
Mm,
that?" And he didn't disagree with
mm,
him. He just said, "I think Israel got the right." to defend themselves, which they have. But then, obviously, they've not got the right to starve and the kids, and you can't just turn someone's. I mean, because Israel was saying we don't occupy their land, but then if you've got the ability to turn water off to a whole country, then whether you like it or not, you're occupying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he got caught up in this row, and now he's losing out. He's losing out on a massive Muslim vote because people are angry because he didn't. I mean, it's 6-1.5. I must admit, as it's gone on, as it's gone on a little bit, you start to lose sympathy for not for Israel because what they went through was terrible and it was a terrorist attack, but but you've got to understand what it looks like to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing when you're telling people to go to a certain part of the country that's going to be safe, and then you bomb that part of the country. You bomb that part. You've got to understand what the optics look like. You're not. I just think they're not doing themselves any favors. It's going to get to a point where, especially Americans, they're big. Do you know what? We can't be helping you do this. I mean, they've already been found guilty in the International Human Rights Court. One short of genocide. Do you know what I mean? And I just think all this ago in the 40s, where it happened to Jewish people, and I think that I don't want to see history repeat itself. Do you know what? I just think the world's on fire.
The world is on fire. It's worrying.
I worry for my kids.
Yeah, of course. I worry for mine.
What's it going to be like?
Because it's 10 years. And would the war have started within that 10 years?
Yeah, but it's not just war. It's like the people they don't even know whether up is down now. You got people telling you that a girl is a boy is a girl, and you can't. They don't know whether they're coming or going.
No, I know.
You've got men boxing women.
Scary. I know.
And you don't know what's going on. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And then on top of all that, they're going to turn around one day and go, "Do you know what? Aliens are here."
Yeah. You mean you didn't know that already?
Yeah, and that's going to take everyone's attention away from it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to be the big draw. They're going to be like, "Well, aliens are here. Don't worry about what's going on over there. Look over here."
Yeah.
So, I mean, we keep you occupied over here with this while we sort that out over there. Do you know what I mean? And then, but I've been, there's loads going on. There's so much you could get into, even like just things that most people don't hear about.
Yeah.
I was angry the other day with Prince Harry when he was giving an interview, and he was like taking the piss out of his dad. His dad's in hospital.
Well, I didn't see that. What did you do?
He made I can't remember what he said. He was at some American award show. He got an award for something, and he made some flippant comment about his dad being in hospital, and it was meant in a funny way. You could tell, but it wasn't the right place and the right time to tell the joke. Or it wasn't.
No.
It was.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it just went out like, wow. And then Piers Morgan got hold of it, and then you watch him, and he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Because I think Piers truly hates them.
He doesn't like them at all, does he?
No, I think he truly has a strong disliking for the pair of them.
Yeah, sure.
But they're not doing it. They don't do themselves any favours either.
No.
They don't do themselves any favours.
No, they don't.
Do you know what I mean? They wanted to go out there and be celebrities, and you could take everything that comes with it.
Could have a Trump next year.
Yeah. Oh, don't. That's so funny, that geezer. I love watching him. I just love watching him. He's just hours of entertainment. They're both Biden and him.
Yeah.
Started to lose it because he's calling people the wrong name. People confused. I mean, the other day he was about 10 years out. He stood up the other day. he was giving one of them big speeches, and he was like, "Oh, South Dakota." Geezer had to walk up to him, whisper in his ear, and go, "No, mate, you're in a different state. That's not where we are." And then he had to come back and try and style it out. Like he had to come back and try and style it
I
out.
think it's cruel that
And
they keep allowing him to go out in public. To be honest with you, I think it's really quite cruel. They must know what it looks like.
Yeah, but the trouble is that is the problem with having like a two-party system. I mean, I know in England it's predominantly two parties. It's predominantly the Conservatives and Labour.
Yeah.
But you've got the Liberals. But at least they're all in the mix. In America, you're either a Republican, a Democrat, or an Independent.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no in between. Do you know what I mean? You're either the two-party system just don't work, and it's too their system's too tribalistic.
Yeah.
Take everything personal. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like gang mentality.
Yeah.
There's no room for like bipartisanship. There's no room for working together.
Yeah.
Asleep.
I'm tired, Bill. I'm so tired.
We've been going half hour. We'll call it quits and we'll do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. I mean, I know this is live, but we don't have to put this one out, do we?
No. Well, it goes out, but I'll just put it to private.
Yeah, just put it to private. All right, then.
It was good to get it going again. The computer seems fine now. Absolutely fine.
Yeah. Oh, we've got
maybe
a URL
maybe that was
code.
it. Maybe it just needed a what?
We've got a URL code. A URL code.
What does that mean?
No, not URL code. A scan. QR. Q.
Yeah, it's just that's if you want to subscribe to Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, isn't it? I like
I
that.
made that one. And it comes up here and tells me to scan the QR code.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
And I've also got a load of them here. I've also got ones for Spotify.
Yeah.
And I've also got ones for a few other podcast platforms. But I've got to figure out fit them all on the screen like neatly.
Yeah. That's good.
So,
it's clever.
But yeah. So yeah, we'll retire for now, and we'll
Yeah. Yeah, we'll catch up. Let's try and pin Emma down. Oh, we're red now.
Yeah, all right, yeah, no worries. Yeah. It says here we've got two people watching. Woohoo!
Really? Woohoo!
Yeah.
Hello, person watching.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's one person watching on YouTube and one person watching.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Twitch.
We'll reconvene.
All right then. See you later.
See you later.
Au revoir.
Peace out.
Bye.